What is this place called?
By village.
Apaa area is located within East Madi Game Reserve between Amuru and Adjumani district. The area said to be part of a wildlife reserve has for over a decade witnessed clashes between residents, security forces and the Madi community groups over its tenancy. Apaa problems started way back in 2002 when government decided to turn it into a conservation area, thus evicting those occupying Zoka Forest north of Apaa. July 17, 2010, Uganda Wildlife Authority game rangers were reported to have conducted an earth scorch policy in which 170 huts were burnt to ashes in Apaa village, with unsubstantiated claims that they were sent by the chief game warden of Adjumani area to set the homes ablaze.
This is very simple. First thing of humanity. We all have the same blood.
The move was intended to force residents of Apaa out of the contested land.
The issue that is bringing all this, the Cholis that is in Adjumani feels uncomfortable with Adjumani district leadership.
August 3, 2011, the Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Heritage temporarily halted the eviction in Apaa by Uganda Wildlife Authority following community disapproval of the nature and manner of eviction. August 29, 2011, 3 senior Ugandan government ministers were caught up in chaos that erupted during their visit to identify the boundaries of East Madi Game Reserve. At that time, some residents turned roadie with claims that they were being sidelined during the peace negotiation process.
Let the people of Adjumani who were not living with us, the Madi who were not living with us, keep off.
July 30th, 2012, some residents from Amuru district were accused of invading Itirikwa sub-county in Zoka Parish, Adjumani district, injuring at least 5. February 8th, 2012, Uganda Wildlife Authority, under the guidance of Ministry of Tourism, commenced the eviction of locals alleged to be living in East Madi Wildlife Reserve. The eviction affected over 6,000 residents of Apaa village in Pabo sub-county, Amuru district. Still on 13th of February 2012, a joint eviction exercise by Uganda Wildlife Authority, Uganda Police and Uganda People's Defence Forces in Apaa village resulted in 2 deaths of 1 civilian and scores severely injured.
And we are here as a joint security team to assess the effectiveness of the deployments of the various security forces.
The attacks, according to police, were allegedly orchestrated by over 200 youth armed with bows and arrows, compelling police to fire live bullets and sanctioned beatings.
This is going to guard against those who have been fearing, allegedly, people from outside the district to come and form sort of a militia.
With all this, a number of interventions have been put in place, including round-table talks, meetings with the leaders at all levels, inquiries by select committees, among others. These have neither impacted on the peace restoration nor settlement of the dispute on the ownership of Apaa land.
We are saying Apaa is in Amuru, and the people at Adjumani, they are saying Apaa is in Adjumani. There should be a neutral force to take care of the area.
The issue has since posed a huge threat to the post-conflict recovery and local development.
Why are we trying to open the healing wound?
Residents and leaders in Amuru and Adjumani district both claim the disputed area is their ancestral land, while Uganda Wildlife Authority claims it's a protected game reserve. During the 10th Parliament, a select committee was formed to investigate the state of affairs relating to the land conflict in the Apaa community, determine the root cause of the conflicts and the internal displacement of persons, and to propose the way forward in finding a lasting solution to the said conflict for purposes of promoting harmonious coexistence. The committee was headed by Butebo District Woman Member of Parliament, Agnes Amede. In 2020, the Select Committee of Parliament in its findings observed that the conflict was three-dimensional, highlighting a conflict between Uganda Wildlife Authority and residents of Apaa, the border dispute between Amuru and Adjumani districts, and the tribal conflict in Zoka between Acholi and the Madi over the land. The committee recommended, among others, a Peace and Reconciliation Committee to foster community relations and facilitate Acholi community to accept the new administration of Adjumani district local government. It also indicated that internal tribal clashes arose out of incitement by political leaders from both Amuru and Adjumani districts, who urged the people to protect their customary land.
The two communities that are settled there have started violence based on, let me say, tribal.
By the end of the 10th Parliament, no clear plan was in place for resolving the matter on the contested land.
And recently I was in that particular place, Apaa. Our people are settled.
Because graves were exhumed, houses were burnt. How can we then say there is no problem?
A few weeks ago, the Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament, Anita Mong, proposed setting up another select committee to investigate Apaa land controversies afresh. At the time of raising issues of national importance, an MP hailing from the region brought to the attention of the House the resurrection of kidnaps, incarceration and silent murders of some locals in the contested area.
Let's have this issue resolved. Whether it hurts one side or what, we will accept the results.
The history of Apaa land conflict shows restoration of calm in Apaa happens through struggle and later returns to conflict by just a blink of an eye. Susan Naonga reporting for EBC TV.